This is Tim Bryce with my column entitled The Problem with Sheeple. I find our changing vernacular particularly amusing. Our ever changing lexicon of the English language is influenced by such things as technology, political correctness, other languages, and of course, changes in society. One word that has particularly piqued my interest is sheeple, which alludes to the herd like behavior of people. It's a word that has slowly come to prominence in recent years and makes a valid point. There is perhaps no better illustration of the sheeple phenomenon than by political activist Mark Dice of San Diego, California, who has produced a series of candid camera like videos whereby he solicits signatures for various phony petitions from Californians, just to see if people truly understand what they are signing. These videos are all available on YouTube. Perhaps its most chilling petitions include mandatory euthanasia for senior citizens under Obamacare, repeal of the Bill of Rights, and confiscate guns from Tea Party supporters and repeal the Second Amendment. Dice simply presents himself as an average Joe and explains the purpose of his petition. In most cases, people sign the petitions with few questions, if any. Occasionally, someone challenges Dice on the authenticity of the petition, to which he congratulates the person for seeing through his ruse. I know California is different, but I suspect Dice would get the same result in just about every other state. When you watch his videos, you don't know whether to laugh or cry. As for me, I was scared. Far too many people accepted Dice's deceptions without question. As a viewer, your initial inclination is to slap the sheeple and tell them to wake up. Beyond this, it left me with three conclusions. First, people do not like to engage their brains. Therefore, second, people can be easily deceived. And third, people prefer having others do the thinking for them. Consequently, they will do as they are told. As a result, the power of the media and government should be rather obvious. Through their spin, the public is programmed how to think and instructed as to what is right and wrong, thereby affecting not only our politics, but our morality as well. Consider, for example, the city of Seattle, Washington, where it was recently announced terms such as citizens and brown bags were now considered politically incorrect. It was claimed citizens would offend illegal immigrants and brown bags had racial overtones. While the rest of the country laughed at Seattle, the city itself was deadly serious about it. I'll be curious to see if the sheeple of Seattle will accept these flagrantly idiotic ideas by the PC police. If the government and media are in cahoots, I'm confident they will all fall into line accordingly. So is sheeple a legitimate concept? Well, I'm afraid so. People tend to behave like lemmings who will unwittingly walk off a cliff to their death. This is why it's necessary to become proficient in herd management, particularly as we approach the midterm elections in 2014. The programming of people is well underway, and I hope those who blindly sign Dice's petitions are ineligible to vote. Unfortunately, they are, and will likely vote for something idiotic like mandatory euthanasia for senior citizens, repealing the Bill of Rights, or a repeal of the Second Amendment. And you wonder why I'm an advocate of voter certification. But it's a problem with sheeple? There's simply too many of them out there. They vote, and they will do whatever they are programmed to do. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Friends, keep the faith. This is Tim Bryce in Palm Harbor, Florida. Follow me on the internet at timbryce.com.